Okay, we're recording. So that's so awesome. A lot of people are commenting that they are not yet Emerald, but they have one coach. I just want to, you guys can ask questions throughout the whole, anything you have a question about, you can totally ask at any time. You can either just type in the chat or just unmute yourself. If you have not started the training, do it. Okay. It's self-paced, you guys. You guys can work through it as fast as you want to or as slow as you can. A lot of times a lot of people will bust through it fast the first time and then kind of go back and rewatch some of the things that they're confused about or they need extra help on, and that's totally fine. Okay. The call for Emerald is in unit post 12 or like the 12th one. So it's a little towards the end. But it's amazing. So I'm not going to go over as in depth kind of the things we did there. But I just want you guys to not be scared of Emerald. Watch that. And if you haven't even got there, watch it ASAP, because I think that one has Melissa. She kind of shows like the importance of signing up your spouse. And yeah, it might not benefit you right away, you guys, but later on down the road, if you're in this for the long haul, which I hope you all are, you have to get your spouse. I'm not married, so I signed up. My first two people were my mom, and I control her account, and then my brother, my little brother. So it doesn't need to be like a lot of people, their first two people are not going to be some random cold market person that they don't already know. Most of the time, it's people that are close to them, whether that's a best friend, a sister, a mom, a spouse, whatever. That's just how it works. And I know that you don't see the benefit of it right away, other than you get success code points and you get that commission. That's kind of that quick win, realizing that when you sign somebody up, you also get the commission from it. Okay. And a lot of people, it's actually more than a lot of people think. So say you sign up somebody for the basic 160 challenge pack, you get, I think it's a $50 commission. So that's pretty good. Okay. Compared to a lot of other companies, our commission base is pretty high. So just keep that in mind. You guys trust us. We all it's kind of like you feel like we're what's the term I'm looking for? Like leading the blind, because you don't fully understand the benefit of Emerald right away in your business, but just trust us that we're actually telling you, like the correct, like how to grow your business case. Cause that's what we've done, and we've grown our businesses. Yeah. Micah said, you obviously from your spouse get commission instantly, success code points, and you're halfway to Emerald. And honestly, the people, you guys, that sign up their spouse or somebody close to them right away, that gives them the urgency to find another coach to get to Emerald. A lot of people will be like, well, I'll sign up my spouse when I have another coach. And guess what? That takes forever because you don't have that urgency behind signing up your spouse. Does that make sense? So Melissa, I kind of just told them that the training for the actual full-on Emerald call that we did is like in unit 12 or something. So want them to go and watch that because we talk more in depth with it. But you guys, don't be so scared about like the whole analogy of, I was actually thinking about this last night with like, say that there's a concert that you love, and you're super excited because you know that you love this artist. Okay. I'm going to say Jason Aldean because I like country. So I would have no problem texting one of my best friends, be like, okay, let's go to this concert. You know what? That's going to be $50 and it's going to last a few hours, but it's worth it because we both love it. You know, so what's the difference of doing that or sending like a screenshot or whatever to your mom, your best friend, or somebody that you think would be fun to do this with, and saying, hey, I just started this journey. Let's be accountability partners. Do this with me. There's no difference, you guys. People lots of times are scared to do it scared to send that invite because I don't know why. I don't know, because they're fear of somebody not wanting to join them. You guys, it's the same thing. If you're acting excited and want to do this with people, you guys, it's a lot more fun to do this with people than just kind of do it on your own. Okay. So don't be afraid.
I was going to add to that, just kind of second what you said, Coz. Like, we make it weird because we're so afraid of the reaction of people, instead of like, this really has legitimately helped your life. Why wouldn't you want to pay that forward? Why wouldn't you want someone else to have that? It doesn't have to be weird. And if you're so worried about it being weird, just don't be weird. Like, don't make it weird. Don't make it uncomfortable. Just be you and just share genuinely what you love about it. I know we always are asking for scripts. Like we'll say, can you send me your script because I don't know how to say it. Honestly, just speak from your heart. Just speak from what you know is true, from how it's helped you. Even if you've only been doing it for 2 days, I guarantee you feel a difference. You feel excited because you're doing something new. You feel energized because you're exercising and taking care of your body. You're going to feel different. So if anything, don't worry about like, well, I don't have results, or I don't know how to say this, or I don't know how to invite people. When you just share genuinely the little things that are changing in your life, I guarantee someone's going to look at you and be like, she looks so happy. What is she doing? She looks so excited about what she's doing. How can I do that too? People honestly just want to feel better. They just want to be happy. We're all looking for that. When we're not eating right, when we're not exercising, when we're not taking care of ourselves, when we're not filling our mind with positivity, we don't feel our best. And that's really the biggest thing here is don't make it weird. If you're so worried, just don't make it weird by following a script that doesn't sound like you. You know, that's what's going to feel weird to someone, is if you're just kind of like robotic and putting down what someone else has wrote and it doesn't sound like you at all, and it's not coming from your personal like testimony of the products. When you really believe in them, and I promise you will, if you go all in, then you'll believe in the products, because I can promise you, I was the most skeptical person on the planet when it came to shakes, when it came to at-home workouts, and when it came to like any kind of MLM. I literally was like, that's a scam. It's not going to work. There's no way it will work for me. And I hid from it, like tried to avoid it for 6 months watching Micah. And she was my good friend. And I know she would never do anything that was illegal or a pyramid scheme or false. Like I knew her and I knew like that she was a really good person. And then I just kept thinking like, that's fake. She's going to lose all her money. She's not actually going to get results. And then she kept showing up. She kept making more money. She kept getting better results. And I was like, why the heck am I waiting? There are people watching you do that too. They're going to watch you. They're going to doubt your intentions. They're going to doubt that you're going to get results. They're going to question if you're actually making money. They're going to question all these things. But when you show up every single day, you're going to prove them wrong. And then they're going to come to you and be like, okay, tell me what you're doing, because obviously you've been doing this for 6 months. You've been doing this for a year. You've been doing this for 2 years. It's legit. You're actually changing your life. I've seen your pictures. I've been watching you for years. What am I waiting for? But if you just assume and expect them to come to you after day one, that's not how it works. We all kind of have to have our own like realization that this is the right thing for us. Some people, it might not be right for them. Some people might really only ever stay motivated by going to the gym. But I know as a mom and as someone who was working full time, even before I had kids, like I wish I had found this community when I was trying P90X right after we got married. I had zero accountability. I had zero support. I thought it was too hard. So I did like 3 workouts a week and I didn't get very good results. I got little results, but not very good results because I didn't have consistency. Okay. We have the opportunity to share so much with people and give them that accountability, give them that support, give them that friendship. And I promise you, when you get them into your challenge group and when they're seeing results and when they're feeling uplifted and encouraged and empowered, they're then going to be sharing it just naturally because it's changed their life too. That's really what happens to so many people, is they're like, why the heck did I wait so long? Why was I so afraid to share this when it's changed my life so much? Okay. And that was like a way huge long tangent, but as you can tell, I feel like super passionate about it. And I think as new coaches, we get so in our own heads, like, oh, what do I say? How do I invite someone? How do I talk to them? But when you genuinely are stoked about it, it's so easy. It's so easy to be like, girl, this is amazing. And I don't want you to miss out because I'm loving it. And I know you would love it too. Just be real, you know?
Yeah. And I will even say, because I was super not skeptical, but just afraid to talk about it because I wasn't where I wanted to be. I wasn't at my goal weight. And I kept thinking, oh, well, who would want to coach with me, blah, blah, blah. But I completely underestimated, because I got over that, underestimated that people truly want to know that you still have the same struggles as them. You're not a personal trainer in the gym that's already at their goal weight. You actually know how they feel. You're in the trenches with them. You're having the good days and the bad days with them. People want to know that you know how they feel. And I promise you that they will trust you. As long as you're showing up every day, they're going to trust you, and they're going to just have a different connection with you than if you wait till you're at your goal weight to invite people to do this. Please don't do that, because I did that for a little while, and I wish I would have just dove in from the beginning, and I didn't. Okay. So Ashley, Micah wants me to share kind of a screen share of how to set up your preferred placement for your weak leg, figure out your weak leg, your strong leg, before you sign up your spouse or someone else that is close to you. Do you guys have a really short way to explain why they should put their spouse on their weak leg? I feel like I always explain this really long.
Yeah, I can talk about that. So I think the biggest thing that one of the hesitations I hear is like, I don't have the money to sign up my spouse right away. And I was the same way, you guys. I put my challenge pack on a credit card, and then Mike was like, hey, you're going to sign up your husband. I was like, holy shit. Like, I can't afford that. Excuse. I didn't say it, but I wanted to. Like, I seriously, Ashley would have said it. She doesn't hold back. And I love that about her. I wish I was braver than that. And I did say it. Yeah. But that was my exact feeling. I was like, holy crap, like that's a ton of money. You guys, when I signed up as a coach, I paid for one program, and it was $210. $210 for one program in Shakeology. That was on a DVD. And then Mike is like, hey, T25 is coming out next week. You're going to buy that and sign up Jeff. And I was like, holy crap, that's $180. That's like almost $350 investment. That's a lot of money for us. I don't even, like, the reason I joined was because we don't have any money. Like, how do I afford that? But here's the thing. I knew my coach would never lead me astray. And she told me, if you do the things I tell you to do, you will make that money back. So push that excuse aside, figure out a way, sell some of your crap, sell like things you're not using, get that money somehow, put it on credit, whatever, and then commit to paying that credit off in the next week. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you want to sign up your spouse as a long-term investment. So I signed up Jeff literally the week after, probably a few days after I signed up as a coach, because Micah told me to. And I believed and trusted that if I wanted to be in this for the income, I needed to sign up my spouse so that I could double dip on the volume. So let me tell you a little bit about why that's so important. Whatever you create in your business bleeds into all of the coaches underneath you. So anyone that's falling underneath you on your team, whether it's your coach, one of your coaches' coaches, one of their coaches, okay, or customers too, any of that volume rolls up to you. So wouldn't you want your spouse literally at the top of your business so you guys are getting the exact same volume? Yes. The answer is yes. I'll answer it for you. The answer is yes. So imagine you put your spouse at the top of your business center. My spouse has been a coach for almost 5.5 years. I didn't really do a lot with his business until I really stabilized my business. So for the first probably year, he didn't make anything, like maybe $100 here or there. He made like pretty close to nothing. In my first year, I didn't make a ton of money either. I was working at part-time, like very, very part-time. But it was enough that 5 years later, and he is a diamond coach on my team. He's not like a 5-star. I mean, hopefully one day he will be, but he's a diamond coach. We've maintained his business. We don't put customers through him. We've just kind of built him to a solid diamond, and he makes $1,400 a week now. What if I would have said, I don't have enough money to sign him up right now. I'll sign him up later. He would probably be making $100 or $200 a week. That is a huge investment. That's right, Ashley, like $6,000 a month that we would be missing out on now, 5 years later, if I would have been like, "Oh, I just can't afford it." You cannot afford not to, is what I'm trying to say. You have to be business minded, and it's so hard. You guys, when I signed up as a coach, I'm going to kind of embarrass myself right now, but I didn't even understand that this was my business. Like, I didn't get that. If you get that right now, you are ahead of the game, at least my game. I didn't understand. I just listened to my coach. I trusted that what she was telling me was the best possible thing for me. And I put my spouse on my weak leg, built him to diamond as soon as I got myself to diamond. And we have maintained that for 5 years. Never once has he dropped. Well, actually, he's maybe dropped rank once, and I was really upset about it because then he capped out at like $250 instead of $1,000. Okay. But we maintain his diamond rank always so that he doesn't cap out. Okay. How awesome would that be in 5 years to be like, my husband's making as much as I made my first year and we do nothing in his business? All from that residual income. I put 0 customers. He never hit Success Club. I mean, he did the first 2 years. I always helped him to hit Success Club. But now that he doesn't count towards elite, he never hits Success Club, rarely. He'll have a few points here and there. But honestly, it's true. And Micah said, it's skin in the game and it's a mindset shift if you're doing this for real. And I hope all of you are here. You're on this call, so that shows that you really are in this for real. So I hope all of you know and trust that we want you to be set up for the best possible success that you can have. We want you guys to make as much money as possible. You're doing the work anyway. You might as well be double dipping on the volume so that your spouse is also going to make a lot of money in the long term. Okay. How do you maintain his rank? I just always make sure he has enough coaches on his team. I always have 5 active on each leg. So 10 coaches total and 2 emeralds. Okay. Yes, Jerica, there will be a recording. Yeah, go ahead, Cozy. I'm going to mute myself.
I'm just saying, so you actually, like, when you actually hear 5 years down the road what it can be, does that help you understand the importance of doing it now? You guys, yeah, Melissa just said it perfectly. I'm going to just do a screen share really quick. So that you can kind of see the easiest way to sign up your spouse, okay? So this is my second CBC. So she's saying to sign them up on your weak leg, you guys. Okay, so you're gonna log in, you're gonna go to monitor my business. And if you don't know which is your weak leg, either ask your upline, okay? Or you guys can go, you can click on graphical genealogy. I think this is what I would do if I was brand new, and you'll actually see, so here's me. And then it doesn't show because I have built this, so you can't really see, but you're gonna see some people hopefully on one side and then not on the other, okay? So really my weak leg, well, it's hard to see. So normally you're gonna see some people on one side and on another side you're not going to see them. The side you don't see them on, that's gonna be your weak leg, okay? So to set up your preferred placement, you're gonna do this before you actually sign up your spouse, okay? You're still gonna do it like you did. You're gonna send a share cart to his email, then you can click on the email and sign him up, okay? So go to monitor my business, and then just under downline, you'll go to preferred placement. And all you need to do is make sure that it says your placement or your coach ID, and then you're just gonna go to right or left, whichever one it is your weak leg. So don't worry about the other ones, just do right or left, okay? And then you just push save so that when you sign up your spouse, it'll go on your weak leg, okay? And honestly, you guys, if something were to happen and you forget to do it, you have 5 days to actually switch it to where you can switch them to the other leg. So don't freak out if you did it wrong, but it's just so much easier just to have it set in the right place from the beginning. Does that make sense, you guys? So super easy. And I do that every time. Anytime I send out a share cart for a coach, I make sure that my placement is where I want it to be, okay? Again, sometimes you have to switch it around, but you only have those 5 days. It's just so much easier just to get it done, get it in the right place in the first place. So just worry about the left and right. Don't worry about the other names that it says. Okay. Ashley, do you want to chime in with anything that no? Melissa, do you guys have any questions specifically for anybody? Yeah, so Micah just says, so if you sign up your spouse or anybody and they're on the wrong leg not on the right leg that you wanted them to, you have to do like a placement change. You send it to, it's a form you send to Coach Relations. Sometimes it takes like 2 days for them to switch it. So it's just kind of a pain to do. So it's so much easier just to have it set in place so that you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Yeah. And then if you wait for 5 days, like you're out of luck. You can't change it. So it's just so much better just to be on top of it. And you guys, that's just part of learning. I still learn stuff at the business all the time, but it's just part of learning the business and being a CEO and being a boss and being ahead of everything. Okay. Okay. So Jennifer said she had to fill that out and it was switched that same day. So that's good. Claudia says, what if we sign up someone as a coach and we get to Emerald, but that coach cancels their membership? Are we back to square one? Yeah. So, I mean, you guys, you're going to have people that sign up and quit, and that's just the gist of it. Welcome to the club. All of us have it. All of us have had it multiple times. And that first coach that quits is kind of like a stab in the heart for a second, but guess what? It's fine. It's not for them. Maybe it wasn't the right time, and it has nothing to do with you. So you just keep, that's why you guys never want to get to Emerald and stop. You always want to keep talking to people, inviting people, and adding people to your team so that you're not stagnant into where you don't drop rank. Because if you drop rank, you're going to lose any of the banked volume that you have. Okay. So you never want to drop below Emerald. Once you get to Emerald, you never ever want to drop, because you're going to lose that volume that you're going to get paid out with at some point in your business. Okay. Let me think. So Caitlin said, so when you do a share cart, how do you make sure they're on the right leg before they actually sign up as coach? Just what I did. So you just make sure you do the preferred placement. Okay. So super easy, but just stay on top of it so you know where they're at. I always, before I even send a share cart, if someone's like, hey, send me the link, blah, 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 I always go in, check my downline, make sure that I set it, and then I do the share cart and send it to them. Okay. Do you drop rank if one of your coaches goes inactive? Yes. So you guys, again, that's why you just need to continue to add people and talk to people. That's why being consistent is so important, because if you do it for a long time and then you stop, yeah, you have to keep building. But the more you do it, the easier it gets, and you just keep doing it. And like your power hour, you guys, all this stuff, you only get better at it is if you do it. Okay. You only get better at talking about coaching if you do it. That's the only way you're going to get past those fears and limiting beliefs with it. Celia said, what if your husband is your right leg and other coaches are placing coaches on your left? Where do you place your next coach? You personally, even when you look at your preferred placement or your graphical genealogy, you're going to see other coaches there. But that's the awesome part. Like Melissa was saying, that any coach above you, their coaches go under you. So that's going to benefit your volume as well. But unless it has a PS on top of it, unless you personally sign that person up, it won't count for your rank. You personally still have to sign up one coach on your left, one coach on your right to be considered Emerald. So that's why you just keep adding those people. And that's awesome. When you see people under you that aren't your coaches, that's awesome, because that's going to create more volume for you. Okay. So you just will go down.
What I always recommend with your spouse is, I think Micah just said. So Emerald is one personally sponsored by you on each leg. And then she said I would add the next 3 to your weak leg. I am a little bit of a buffer snot, so I always put 2 on the leg opposite of my husband just in case somebody cancels, so that I have 2 over there, because I obviously know I can control my husband. I made sure I had 2 over there, and then the next 3 went under the leg where my husband is. So I had 2 and 4, and then I went back to building the other leg so that I had 4 and 4, because that's what you need for diamond. So, but I started with 2 on the leg opposite my husband, and then started building under my husband just because I'd never wanted Emerald to slip. So, and somebody asked up above, and Micah just brought it up again, that they were like, if you have a brain like me that starts to like, oh, this is overwhelming. I got to like build myself to diamond. I got to build my spouse to diamond. I got to hit all these emeralds. I don't even have anybody. Success club, success club, hit success club. That's all you do. Help a minimum of 3 new people get started the same way you did every single month. Minimum of 3, you will grow a solid business if you never, ever, ever miss it. I can tell you from experience, I haven't missed Success Club in 47, 6 something months. Cozy hasn't missed in like 30, 40, 50, whatever. Micah hasn't missed in, I think she's at 60 now. Jaylyn hasn't missed in 50 something. Melissa hasn't missed. Like, the key to a successful business, there's lots of things, consistency, doing a power hour. That's where these people come from, is a power hour. So watching the training, so you make sure you're doing that business activity tracker every day. But the key to holding emerald and never letting emerald slip is Success Club. And then that's how you get to diamond. And then that's how you get your spouse to diamond. And then that's how your income just continues to, you don't overcomplicate. Get people in your challenge groups. That's Success Club. Get minimum of 3 new people started, and everything else will just fall in line. So don't focus on all the ranks and getting all that. Focus on Success Club and hit emerald, which is 2 people, and that's 4 of your 6 points. Like, you are 1 life away from Success Club. So Success Club is the key to everything in this business. There is no one who will ever get on the national wake up call and they will say they haven't hit Success Club in 3 years, but they're a millionaire. Like, that's not how it works. The people who are very successful hit Success Club. It's why it's called Success Club.
Yes, absolutely. So I just kind of want to challenge you guys that are on the call and people that are listening to the recording to find, if you have one coach, you guys find somebody, okay? And you can find it by the end of the day. And I want you to message your coach, your 2 people that you're going to get signed up. Message them so that they know what you have in mind, okay? And then just reach out to them. Be brave, reach out to them. You know, like, you're going to find them, you guys. And emerald is the start to your business. You have to hit emerald to grow your business. So just be brave and talk to people. Like Ashley just said, don't overcomplicate it. Don't doubt yourself. We have an amazing business to offer people, okay? And then, oh yeah, okay, so Micah just said, make sure that when you sign people up, whether that's your spouse or whatever, sign them up with the challenge pack, because you're going to get the commission, like we said. You're going to get the 2 Success Club points, like we said. And you guys, it's silly for them to pay the $40 and get nothing, okay? And then they have to pay the $40, and then they have to buy something to be active. That's stupid. So sign up with the challenge pack that they're gonna automatically be active. You're gonna get the points, commission, okay? It's by far the best option for anybody to sign up with the pack, because you're already gonna get everything you need to start this business. I always tell people, sign people up the way you signed up, okay? So I hopefully assume that everybody here signed up with the challenge pack or a completion pack if you already had BOD, but sign them up the way you signed up and just be confident. And I always, when I kind of changed my wording, being like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is how you're going to do it. Do you want Shakeology or do you want Performance Line? What flavor do you want? Then when you're confident in the way you're talking about it, it helps them be like, okay, let's do this, you know? Kelsey just said, hitting that first goal feels awesome. And you guys, you get recognized. We shout you out when you get emerald, and that kind of gives you like credibility when your people see that you're being shouted out and you're getting love on your posts, and they see all these new people that are in your life. You know, don't forget, the recognition also helps grow your business. And it's just awesome. So does anybody have any other questions? If not, we'll end this and make it short, but if you have questions, please ask. Claudia said, how do you keep your spouse active? Extra Shakeology. So for me personally, this is what I do. I have Shakeology through my account coming through, and then under my mom, so my spouse account, I have the Performance Line. So I have Recover and Energize, and you guys, and I use those things all the time. Okay, so that's everything that I use. If you have Beach Bars, I also have Beach Bars coming. I order more stuff, but you can have separate things coming through. So as long as they have the Performance Line or something, that they will always stay active. So and it creates volume. So instead of buying everything through your own account, just add the stuff that you use through your spouses. Okay. Any other questions?
Is it necessary to have the Beachbody on Demand under your spouse's account since you already have the Beachbody On Demand, or what's the ideal thing to do with him challenge pack wise?
No, so you don't have to, especially if you already have, you don't necessarily need 2 on demand. So a lot of times when I sign up. So a lot of people, I tell them to sign their spouse up with either like the 3-day refresh challenge pack and then get the Shakeology packets with it. That way you have the 3-day refresh, you're getting the commission on it and you're getting everything like a normal pack that you would for him. You can have the Shakeology packets to do like a fun giveaway, or you can do, stuff like that. But if you don't need on demand again, sign them up with a pack of something that you can still use. So if you don't have the performance line, sign them up with a pack that you need the performance line. So yeah, you don't have to have on demand. With that, I actually recommend to do like the 3-day refresh or a pack with a performance line or something that you normally don't get. So any other questions, guys? Hopefully that helps. And again, if you have not gotten to the training for the actual Emerald, Melissa shows like a full-on, like her spouse's back office, so that you can actually see the numbers change and the difference between year 1 and year 5. Okay, it's kind of incredible. Yeah, seriously, good questions. All right, we'll just end this if you guys don't have any other questions. But again, I want you all to message your coach, your 2 people, and make it happen. You guys don't think Emerald's hard. Emerald is absolutely a decision. You make that decision that you're going to get Emerald, and you make it happen, okay? Talk to anybody and everybody, and come from like Melissa was saying, come from a place of like being genuine, that you're super excited and people will be drawn to that, okay? So thank you all for hopping on, and I'll get this recording sent out so that you can send it to whoever missed it. Okay, have a good day, guys.